Yeah. So let us start working with something we call it as a database. Did you heard a word known as a database actually? Anytime in your academics or in your subjects? Did you heard a word known as database? Yes or no? Like she's saying yes or what? I can't even understand.
Yes.
Okay, so let us see what exactly the database is and as well as how the database is going to be work and how we are going to differentiate this particular database. Because without the database, a particular software engineer or a programmer can't call as a programmer or a developer. A particular person should know the scripting and as well as in a programming and as well as in a query language. So now we are going to start working with query languages actually. So let us see what is meant by a database and as well as how we are going to differentiate. So what is meant by database actually? Can we discuss regarding the database actually? So what is meant by a base? And let us see what is meant by a data. So what is meant by a base? The first one we have to know what is meant by base. Can anyone online members? Can you people let me know what is meant by a base actually?
Base means foundation.
A foundation. Can we call it as a place? A database is nothing but we can call it as a place. And at the same time, what is meant by data? This is where we have learned in our DBMS in our particular subject. Data is nothing but information. What is meant by information then? Okay, online members, can anyone tell what is meant by data? Data is nothing but a collection of information. So this is what the definition that we people can find in the Google also, a collection of information. Information is nothing but we can call it as now raw data. We can call it as now raw data actually. We're going to call it a raw data. Raw data can be images, image, text documents, or else videos, audio. You can call it as etc, like any other files or whatever you people can call it as now data. Data is nothing but in information. What kind of an information? The information which in the form of images, videos, or in the form of text, or in the form of audio, etc. We people are going to use this particular collection of informations, guys. So let us see now. Now let us see what exactly we people are going to try to do over here. Database, that is nothing but information which is going to store in a certain place. That means we have to store some data in some other places, right? So where exactly our data is going to store at which place? For example, if I'm asking you people, where exactly your laptop is going to store? In your bags? And where exactly the particular bags are going to store? In a rack? Yes or no? At the same time, where exactly you people are going to be in your houses, in your particular rooms, right? Every particular person will have certain places or rooms allotted in that particular location. You people are going and staying over there. At the same time, we need to send some kind of data to a particular place. That means you people are going to chart some kind of information. Every day you used to chat on WhatsApp or Instagram and sending images and sending videos. Where all these particular videos and images and all these particular things, where it's going actually? Where it's going? It might be going to some XYZ places, right? It means you are transferring from your laptop or from your mobile to a XYZ particular places actually. So that means you are transferring all the some kind of data to a third party people. We are sending some kind of data to a third party server actually. For example, if a chatting is happening in the WhatsApp or Instagram, where all the images and as well as the text is going actually, to whose place is going? Database. But I'm texting for you. That means you need to get that message. But where exactly that's going on? It is going to the WhatsApp people. From the WhatsApp again, it's coming to you again actually. That means the interaction between the two particular places here. For example, assume that Assume that this is in a database. Just assume that this is in a database, and you people are chatting over here actually. And you do have chatting some people. We call it as a user one and as well as a user two actually. We call it as a user one, and we are going to call it as a user two. User two. When I call this particular user one actually, that means user one is sending some information in the form of a text, in the form of image, in the form of video, in the form of text documents or anything, audio, video, whatever you are sending, everything will be loaded actually. Everything will be loaded. So everything will be loaded to one particular place over here actually. It is going to be loaded here. And from there to the user person is going to have a view from this particular person actually. That means user one is going to have the particular data is sending, and user two is going to check the data from the database. అది చూడాలి అంటే ఫస్ట్ మనము యూజర్ వన్ త్రో చేసినట్టయితే నెక్స్ట్ యూజర్ టూ కెన్ హ్యావ్ యాక్సెస్ ఫ్రమ్ ద డేటాబేస్, అంటే వేరే ప్లేస్ లో నుంచి చూడగలుగుతాడు యాక్సెస్. సో లెట్ us see how this particular database లో ఈ పర్టికులర్ ప్రాసెస్ అంతా ఏ విధంగా అవుతుంది అండ్ స్టోర్స్ ఏ విధంగా అవుతుంది చెక్ చేద్దాము. So for example, how the data is going to store in the database is actually, sorry, tables. Did you heard a word known as table? What does it mean by a table actually? In general, not in the technical side, I'm talking about in general. What does it mean by a table?
Columns and rows.
No, it's a completely technically. I'm talking about non-technical actually. Suppose you people used to have a table, a dining table. You used to have your food on the table, right? And you used to place all the items. So you will throw the items there, or else you will be replacing all the items in a proper order. Proper order. Why? Because you need to choose which item exactly you want to have from that particular food. You want to have it. Yes or no? తీసుకోవడానికి చాలా ఈజీగా ఉండాలి. వేసుకోవడానికి మనం ఫుడ్ అనేది ఈజీగా ఉండడానికి ఇవి people are going to access that particular thing. At the same time, here also we are going to have the tables. So data is going to store in the database actually. So let us see. Let us see here. We people are going to take from the database all the data here in the database. The data is going to store in the form of tables. Data is going to store in the form of tables. In the form of tables. Do you people know Excel? Excel sheet. I don't know Excel sheet. Everyone.
Yes, sir.
How this particular data is going to store in the database actually? How in the form of a rows and as well as a columns. Because for example, why we are storing the data in the form of a rows and columns? Because most of the cases when you are at home, sometimes you are getting a rain, and you people goes to the upstairs and getting all the clothes at once and place it on the bed. You want a particular shirt or a pant. How can you pick? Is it very easy, or you need to search all the clothes? You need to search all the clothes. It's very clumsy, right? To make that particular clumsiness, we have to arrange each and every particular clothes in a proper order. All the pants at one particular place, t-shirts at one particular place, everything clothes has to be arranged in one particular order, so that I can take my particular requirement based upon the color, based upon the requirement. I need to pick my particular value. Yes or no? At the same time, we people are also going to arrange all the data. Data is nothing but raw data. Raw data is nothing but it can be an image, it can be a video, it can be an audio, it can be anything that you want to go with that particular thing. You people require some kind of tables, so that we are going to arrange all the data in the form of rows and as well as columns. So let us see. I'm going to show some kind of an Excel sheet over here for you people. So here in the morning session, we have created some student table, right? So at the same time, when you people are writing some kind of an examination, you people will be waiting for some result. And when you go to your information that my result was open in the night, automatically you people go to the browser, and as well as you will be typing your roll number or hall ticket number. And automatically you will get your information, yes or no? Whether you passed or failed, or your particular name or parent name, all the particular informations are going to display. So how this particular data is stored and how we are going to retrieve the data from the database and how we have to post into the database. We'll have a session as of today. Okay. So ఈ రోజున సెషన్ లో ఏం చేస్తాము, డేటాబేస్ తయారు చేస్తాము, ఆ ప్లేస్ లోకి టేబుల్స్ క్రియేట్ చేస్తాము, and we will be inserting some data, we will be retrieving some data, we will be deleting some data, we will be searching for some data. Searching in the sense, if you have a 10 records, 100,000, 1 lakh, 2 lakh records, whatever it is, you people can access that particular records or data. Okay. So let us see how we people can create that particular data. In the morning session, I have created one particular GUI application. The addition of 2 numbers we have done. And now you people has to be create some kind of a student record, the GUI application and code. For that, we need to integrate the database. That is your assignment of today. That means just try to do that. And I will be creating some XYZ example for you people. Now, in the morning session, we have created some kind of a student record. For that, we will be arranging some kind of a tabular format. That is student ID, student underscore ID. That means every student will have some kind of an admission number, right? So one particular person will have a admission number. At the same time, second user will also have the same admission number. Why? To recognize where the particular record belongs to which particular person, actually, right? So for that purpose, I am going to take it as now student admission. Admission. So next one, I want to take it as a next one is a student name. I'm going to take it as student name. What is the next one in the morning session we have written? Student roll number. Now you people might be getting a doubt. Raj, what is meant by an admission number and as well as a student number, student roll number? Admission number, when you go for in a college or a school, they used to give a pro forma. Your record will be saved on the particular admission number. Okay. And roll number was allotted by a particular class. So student roll number. And next one, we do have another one is student department, DEPT. And next one we do, okay. Okay, so what is the next one actually? Student phone number. And what is the next one? Student email ID. Email. And next one we have to check it out. The next one is student address. So this is how we created actually. The first thing is student phone number, student address. And here you have to create a particular, these are known as a column names. For every particular table, we'll have a column names to identify what exactly the data relates to which particular column actually. Now we are going to take it as an admission number. I want to write my admission number 77, and I want to create some student name known as a Raja and student roll number 31. And I want to provide student department, that is CSC, and phone number, that is 970-397-1577. And next one, I want to create something, we call it as email, that is raj@gmail. And next one, address, that I want to take it as my HYD, Hyderabad. And next one, I want to create another one, that is 772. 772 or 778? Because automatically next person will get this particular number, admission number, and next person name is Vamshi. Next is roll number 32 or 35, randomly, whatever it is. His department is CSC, and roll number, phone number something 8125148665, and Vamshi @gmail.com. And where I want to take it as in Hyderabad, that is Hyderabad. So like this, I want to create some kind of a data. Now, every data, I want to ask you one question, guys. Now, can you tell me what is the admission number of Vamshi? And what is the phone number of 8125148665? And what is roll number? 38. That means you people can identify which record the particular thing in the form of a row, right? At the same time, if you cannot take all the data at one place, and as well as you cannot throw it one particular place. Because if you are throwing at one particular place, we are very difficult to identify what exactly the data was actually. So I want to make sure every particular data whatever you're sending the data of your particular WhatsApp or Instagram, that particular thing is also going to store in the form of rows and columns. The images which you people are sending, the videos which you are sending, the text which you are sending, everything will be loaded in the form of rows and as well as columns. If possible, in the next workshop, I will be showing you how the WhatsApp and as well as the chat applications will be running out. In the next sessions, I will be showing you people. And as of now, we people will be creating a database, and as well as now, people will be creating some kind of what we call database, and as well as creating a GUI application, a small application, and we'll be inserting some kind of CRUD operations on that. Okay, so now we people have to create a database. Let us create a database. Let us create a table, and let us make it as operations, CRUD operations. Did you heard a word known as a CRUD operations? That is nothing but create, read, write, and as well as delete. So we need to update some kind of information. We need to create some kind of information. We need to search for some kind of information. So let us see how does that particular things happen, sir. So in this particular table, I'm going to create some kind of before creating this database, we are going to create a new file. Create a new file. The file name is, I'm going to take it as a file name known as an GUI. Take it as GUI underscore, sorry, GUI underscore student underscore record. Student record. So whatever it is, I will be showing a small sample after today, and you people will be creating that particular student record for your assignment. Okay, so let me create. Before creating every particular GUI application, we require some kind of blueprint, right? So to create a particular blueprint, without a blueprint, you cannot design. Without design, we cannot write code. Without code, we cannot transfer the data to the database. For example, what happens if you have a bucket of water and it was filled up? What happens? It's going to be it will be an out of box, like out of bucket, right? Completely, it's going to be disaster. At the same time, you need to check your particular database space. That is nothing but your particular laptop space. That is hard disk space. Few people hard disk space will be 500 GB or 1 TB, or depends upon the requirement. It will be changing actually. So now we people have a look over here. Look over here. We people will be creating small GUI application on this. The GUI application is nothing but taking some kind of a phone number, name, and as well as some kind of information. Any kind of information will be taking some phone number and as well as a name. Just I want to throw the particular information into my database. So for that particular purpose, I have to make a small design in the GUI. The same thing. So I think a few people will have some doubt, Raj, what is the major difference between a GUI application and as well as a web application, sir? Yes or no? So GUI application is nothing but where you can use within your laptop. Our website is nothing but web application can be used globally. That means any other persons can also access. A GUI application is only nothing but where exactly this particular application, if you have in your laptop, you can access. If you don't have like a VLC player, MX player, all those things you are getting installed, right? Similarly, we people also get installed this particular GUI application in your laptops. Okay, so if you go for any supermarkets or else, any restaurants or shopping malls, you people will see a screen in front of a billing system. There is the people are touching on the screen. That is nothing but GUI applications. Only in that particular system only they can operate. Okay. So now I have been created a small GUI application, just creating a small blueprint. Here I need to create something known as labels. I want to create a small labels. Labels are nothing but an enter ID. I'm taking just ID. And next one I want to create something, I call it as enter, that is name, some name randomly, and at the same time I want to create something known as an enter phone number. I want to take it as a phone number over here. So now I created 3 labels, and I need to create something I call it as text boxes. So everything will be in the text boxes. I hope you know what is the text boxes, right? When you register for Facebook or Instagram, you will be writing your first number, first name, last name, and your gender, and as well as information you used to provide. That is nothing but text boxes. And you do have a radio buttons. This is the text boxes where I have to get. This is what my particular GUI application was. And now I need to create a number of buttons. That is, I require a button. It's not a GUI, okay. So I want to create something, I call it as buttons. Because to insert, I require a button. Insert. To delete, I require a button. And insert is nothing but submit. Just the title was changing actually. You can make it as a submit or add whatever it is. You can add, depends upon your requirements. Again, you do have another one. Yeah, we are doing it. We are going to take it as an edit. Edit update is nothing but same. And here you are going to make it as a search. Search is nothing but we will be entering a roll number. Automatically, we have to pull all the details actually. Okay. Now, what should I do is I need to write some kind of an ID and as well as enter the name, and as well as I need to enter some kind of a phone number. Automatically, when I click on insert or submit, automatically data has to store some XYZ place. I'm talking about in a place, right? I told you, sorry guys, I already told you people, a database is nothing but in a place. Base is nothing but place. That means at one particular place, the data is storing. Am I correct? That means some XYZ place, the data is storing. Now we need to find it out which place that is actually, and where is that exactly that place was. So let us go in there. Yeah, here. Yeah, once it's done, I want to create a list box over here. A list box is nothing but all the information I need to get. Whatever all the information I have been entered, that is 77, and as well as I have want to write it as Raja and phone number. Yeah, next one is 778, and at the same time I want to store Vamshi. And I want to provide that is 8125148665. Like this, all the list of items has to be shown when I'm getting inserted. So this is what I need to design as of now. Before designing this particular thing, I need to create a database. So let us create a database. To create a database, we do require a software known as an Oracle, or you require an SQL server, or you require a second one is we require an MySQL or SQL server, or you could require an SQLite, or you could require any other third party. Approximately, we do have a total 24 databases actually. So out of that, you can use anything. But my preferable thing is always free of cost. That is MySQL. Where you no need to pay a single rupee also actually. Okay. So now I'm going to take it as XAMPP actually. Search for XAMPP. I do have my particular software known as a XAMPP. I install it. So if you don't have that XAMPP, just install. This is in a XAMPP server actually, where you people can find all these particular in the XAMPP server. You people can have the Apache, which is known as a server, act as a local server. Next one, you have a MySQL, which stores the database. And you do have FileZilla. FileZilla is nothing but file transfer protocol, where we can transfer the files from one location to the another system actually. So people are not using this Mercury, Tomcat. We people are not using as of now. We people are using Apache and as well as MySQL. So I want to create Apache, and next one is MySQL. Just start on the MySQL. So now I got my particular server has been started and my database has been started. I already told you people the database is nothing but, let us see, the database is, give me a sec. Now we people are going to take storing some kind of an we people have to store some our particular data in one particular place actually. So we will have a look of that particular place. Ekkada store avutundi mana data anedi check cheyali. For every particular person will have an address. I hope so. So you have an address, Swati. And what about you? Do you have address? What about you? You do have address? Every particular person or people will have the addresses. Yes or no? Every people or every particular persons will have an addresses. So we'll have that particular addresses has to be find out. So when I click on this particular MySQL, automatically a particular pop-up has been opened here, and this is the address where my address of my particular data was storing at a local host. What is that? My address was storing at a local host, that is 120. Sorry guys, 127.0.0.1 is my particular address, which I'm going to call it as a local host. For example, me under chatting chestar kada, like Instagram or else WhatsApp. There is an address known as now whatsapp.com. For that also they do have an IP address. That is the address where the information is going to store in their particular database. This is a local address which you have to, all the information will be storing on 127.0.1. Make doubt, now you people will have a doubt. Raja, is this 127.0.0.1 is permanent or else temporary for everyone? It is a permanent for every particular electronic device. Like if you have your mobile, your tablet, your laptop, your system, every particular electronic device will have this particular 127.0.1 as a local host. Why, Raj? Why we used to use this particular local host? Enduku use chestam? Why we have to use? Because we don't require any kind of an internet or a particular to run our particular projects. Endukante if we want to run a particular project, we require a server. So we cannot buy a server. Yes or no? Can you buy a server? No, right? We cannot buy a server, and we cannot pay rent for the servers. For that purpose, it is going to act, this particular system is going to act as an internal server actually. It is going to act as an internal server. So whatever the server we do have, we people are using all these particulars, we people are using this particular server and storing the information at one particular place. And if you people can see over here, these are all the databases actually. If you can see here, these are all the databases which we have created. And when you click on the database, here you do have a different kind of databases. All these things are different kind of databases. Now I want to make my particular databases or information I want to identify. So I want to drop this particular thing. Yeah. Now I want to, I do have a different databases. Just if I click on this particular seconhyderabad.com or something else, all these particular things are tables actually. These are all the tables which we have created for 47 tables. And when I click on this particular, any one particular category or any one particular person, automatically our particular structure is going to come. These are all the column names. And if you want to search on this and just go and check it out, the registration or else event details or faculty comments or faculty details. And here you will get all the details like faculty ID and which particular faculty, institution name, faculty name, all this particular thing, all the data will be stored like this in a database in the form of a rows and as well as in a columns. How big it is? The columns are a lot of, we do have a lot of columns actually. If you can see, you do have a lot of columns. Total number of columns are like 42 columns we do have in a particular table. So we people are going to create a table now. So can you people tell me how many kind of columns do we require for this application? 3. How many people say 3? Raise your hands. And online members, can you people tell me how many online members? Can you people tell me how many required how many we do require for this?
4 columns. 4 columns.
4 columns. Acha. So what are those? Can you people tell me what are those? 6 columns, sir. So look at the output. As online members said, the 4 columns. So can you tell me, guys, like what are the things? Sorry.
So labels, button, text boxes.
No. We do have a text boxes like ID, name, and as well as a phone number.
I'm talking about columns, sir.
Yeah. Acha, column names in the database you are talking about.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what are those stuff?
So labels for columns,
Okay.
labels, text boxes,
Okay.
edit, search.
No.
In
No.
below text boxes, we will contain delete buttons, sir.
No. So here we people will be creating some kind of, no, it's not like that. We people are going to create a few details actually. Whenever we are adding on this particular insert button, we require a total number of 4 or we require a 5 actually. The first one we call it as now primary key. You know the primary keys and as well as a foreign keys and as well as a unique keys. Do you know that? Do you know what is meant by a primary key and unique key and foreign keys? A primary key is nothing but a key. For example, if you people are registering for Instagram or else in a Facebook, automatically it will be generated one particular key actually. So a particular key is nothing but automatically when you register, there will be some kind of registration ID will be created. So that is what we are going to call it as an auto increment ID. So here for this we are going to take it as now three particular things. One is primary key. We people used to call it as an auto increment ID or whatever it is. Auto increment underscore ID. Next one is we required another one is student ID underscore ID. And next one is we can call it as a name. There is a student name. And you can call it as enter the phone number. That is a student phone number. Okay, right, rather than writing here, I will be showing you people in Excel sheet only. So let me show you. When we do what are the things that we do required, we'll have a look over here. So we do require an ID and as well as a phone number. So in the database, we will be creating a database known as database name. We are going to take the database name is my underscore Python is my particular database name. So this is the database name. And here I want to create a table. So what is the table name I want? Should I take actually?
Student data.
Student data. Okay. Is any other suggestion from anyone? Okay. I want to take it as a names. Table name is I want to take it as to understand for you people. Table name. Names. It's very easy to get to understand all this. And my requirement was to create this particular table. So using that particular table, I need to design for this. So the first table name, column name is I want to take it as an ID or whatever you want to create, take it as an ID. And next one, what is the next one?
Name.
Name. Okay. What is the next one I do have?
Phone number.
Phone number. I do have, I take it as a phone number. Phone underscore number. So here we people are going to provide, if you require a timestamp, you can take it as a timestamp also based upon the requirement. You can take it as a status also by default, but I don't require it as of now. Just create. If you require a timestamp, take it as a timestamp also. Time underscore not required as of now. Okay, fine. So I want to take it as an ID 1, 2, 3, and 4. I want to take the name known as Raja, Vamshi, and Swati, Ramana. Now I want to take the phone numbers randomly. That is some numbers. And next one, I want to take it as Swati, some random number. Some big number, Ramana, like some random number I want to take. Yeah. Now I have placed all these particular names actually. Now can you please tell me what is the ID of Swati? 3. And what is the Manas? And what is the Raj? 1. So you people can identify exactly that particular row on which particular ID was allotted actually, right? So now we people have a look on this particular screen. how we people has to create a database. So this is my particular database name, and this is my particular table name. So lot of people, a lot of students used to ask me, Raja, in a particular database, how many tables I can create? You can create unlimited based upon your operating system and as well as based upon your database that you are using. Actually, infinity that you can create n number of tables. That's no limit for that. So here you can create my particular database. To create my particular database, I need to go to my particular database, click on there, and here you do have a database name. It is nothing but the database name you want to write. You can write your wish, that is my underscore Python, and just click on the create. And you got your particular database was created. And e database ekkadundi ani everything mimmalni question adigante endaka annamo. A base is nothing but a place where exactly our data is storing at which particular place. This particular data is nothing but some online member told that it's a base is nothing but a foundation, or a foundation is nothing but a foundation is also is done at a one particular place. This particular database is going to store in this particular location, which we are going to call it as now 127.0.1, which is you have a computer icon over here. If you people can see, this is known as a computer icon, which is known as a server 127.0.0.1. This is an address. దీనికి ఇంకొక నేమ్ ఏంటి అంటే లోకల్ హోస్ట్ అని కూడా అంటారు యాక్చువల్గా. We people can call it as a local host, or else you can call it as a 127.0.0.1. మీ అందరు కూడా ఆధార్ నంబర్స్ ఉంటాయి కదా, మీ అందరికి ఆధార్ నంబర్ తో పిలిస్తే ఐడెంటిఫై అవుతుందా? No, right? You people will be calling it a names. That's how every particular person has an independent name. At the same time, this particular server computer which you people can see, that is nothing but your particular computer అని చెప్తుంది actually. A local host is nothing but your computer. The data is storing at your computer. Now this particular database has been created. Now I want to create a tables. It says that no tables found in the database. That means there is no tables in my particular database. Now I want to create some kind of tables. So I want to create some table names over here. The table names are nothing but we have written some table name. What is the table name? Names. I'm going to take it as names. And how many columns we do require actually? 4 or are you sure? Yeah, 4. That's up to you people. Like me, అది ఎన్ని క్రియేట్ చేసుకుంటాను నేను 3 చూపిస్తాను, మీ 4 యాడ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. అడ్రస్, ఫోన్ నంబర్, డిపార్ట్మెంట్, హౌ మెనీ యూ డూ రిక్వైర్డ్ యూ కెన్ యాడ్. ఎందుకు అన్ని నేను ఎందుకు యాడ్ చేయట్లేదు అంటే మళ్ళీ డిజైన్ తయారు చేయాలి కాబట్టి. ఇఫ్ యూ రిక్వైర్డ్ యూ కెన్ డిజైన్ యువర్ పర్టికులర్ ఫ్రంట్ ఎండ్ అండ్ యాడ్ దట్ పర్టికులర్ డీటెయిల్స్. Now I want to create here the database first column name, that is ID, and the next one I want to use the student name. Okay. Next one is phone number. So I want to take it as a phone number. So what that's up to you people. Like whatever you require. Timestamp, time, date. So at which record the particular date was recorded actually. When I click on a submit button, me andariki WhatsApp lo chudangane, when you send a message, you will get a message 1 hour back, 10 minutes back. That particular date or time will be recorded actually using the timestamp. That is nothing but your local system time. Whatever the time you are placing in your system, automatically it is going to be generated. So, and here I need to mention the data type. Here I need to mention the type is timestamp. Automatic timestamp is nothing but whatever the time it's happening over in my system, automatically it is going to take that particular thing into my table. Next one is phone number. Is it in an integer or string or string? Are you sure? No, we cannot use it as an integer, but we cannot use as an integer because we have to take it as a varchar. Because plus 91, plus is nothing but in a special character. Yes or no? And 91 is the code of our particular country. That means you can take, that's up to you people. If you want to take an integer, you can take, but you should not take as an integer. Whenever you are taking as an integer, that means you are making some kind of a calculation of the particular numbers at some XYZ places. If you are not working the calculation like addition, subtraction, multiplication or division, if you are not making any calculation, then we don't require it as an integer or float. So I'm going to take it as a varchar. And next one, I want to provide here name, varchar, because varchar is nothing but accepting the variables and as well as the numbers and as well as the strings. Any particular person will have a number with the name? No, no one. Yeah. So here we are going to take as an varchar. Some other case. కొంతమంది పెడతారు కదా. Instagram లో కొన్ని names పెడతారు different. నేను recently చూసాను. Different names. Sorry. Some other names they used to provide with special characters and some names. Sorry. Hashtags @ underscore daddy princess and providing like an some angel sweetie, some kind of names, right? So everything people used to add some kind of special characters, numbers, and the two at the end they used to add it as two numbers. Guess this number. They used to queue the commenter. So different kind of that means every particular we have to add all the particular varchar. So everything should accept. Next one is integer, because ID will be the integer value only actually. So I'm taking it as an integer. And next length I want to take a length 250. I want to take name 250. Approximately maximum length is 255 actually. That too depends upon the hardware component and as well as your software component. Based upon the 64-bit and as well as an 84-bit, automatically the values are going to be changed. And next one is phone number. I want to take it as 250. Which is I'm taking flexible, and for timestamps there is no length for that default. And the ID which is automatically it should be created automatically actually. So I want to create this one known as AI. AI and artificial intelligence called it's auto increment. Do remember, artificial intelligence and code. We call it as an auto increment. Auto increment is nothing but automatically when you are submitting on a particular button, the value will be incremented to 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5. So that is what we are going to call it as an auto increment. So just click on this particular auto increment, my particular primary. Now go down and just click on the save. My particular record was created over here. My record was created. That means my table have this many columns. One is known as ID. Second one we call it as a name. And third one we call it as a phone number. And third one we call it as a time and date, which we'll be using or not using. That's not at all problem actually. So, table do we have any kind of data over here? Do we have any data? We don't have any data. So, database loki mood vidalga manam cheyochu actually. In database, to insert some kind of data, we can do 3 types. One is static, dynamic, and as well as known as from the GUI application. From the GUI application, you have to throw. Now we will be doing it as manually. Manually in the sense, with the graphical user interface, you do have an insert directly over here. Just click on that, and you do have some kind of value that is 1. And next one, I want to create a name known as a Raja. And next, I want to create phone number over here that is 970-397-1577. Next one, I want to create a timestamp. Just select that, the time automatically, and just go down, click on go. Automatically my particular database, my particular column was created over here. Do I get my particular details over here? This is what we are going to call it as a manual entry. So this is what we call it as a manual entry. This generation will use actually. Previously we don't have this particular UI part. We have to use it as a query language. As I already told you people, a particular programmer should have a knowledge on 3 particular things. One is scripting language, second one is programming language, third one is query language actually. So we people has to let us start guys. Now we people has to write the query language. Morning we have written a Python language. Now we people will be writing some kind of known as a query language. What is meant by a query then? What is a query? A question. That means every time you need to ask some kind of questions actually. Yes or no? Yeah, that is what we have to do. And online members, can you people tell me what does it mean by a query? Online students, can you people tell me what is meant by a query?
Retrieving the data from the database.
Acha, query means retrieving the data. No.
Question.
What is a question? Any other? It's nothing but providing some kind of an input actually. We need to provide some kind of an inputs now. That is nothing but here I need to write some kind of data. Now can you people just have a look over here? have a look in my particular table. Do I have any second row actually? I don't have, right? So I have to use this particular query language, go to the SQL. Now I need to write the query. Query is nothing but insert into ఇది మాత్రం వచ్చు దాని తర్వాత ఏం రాయాలో తెలియదు. So insert into, we need to provide the, what is that? Table name. So what is our table name? Names. So take it as a names. In these particular names, we need to take it our column names actually. So what are the column names we do have? You need to write the column names over here. That is an ID. Yes. We have a taken it as an ID. And next one, separated with comma. I need to take it as an, next one is known as a name. Okay. I need to take it as a separate with comma. I have to take it as an, sorry. Phone number I need to take. Okay, I think this is a new version, little bit different is the colors. Yeah, so now I need to insert some kind of values. So insert into names. Names is nothing but table name. That is nothing but values. What kind of values you want to get insert? Values is nothing but, next one is record number 2. Record number 2 is nothing but ID. And what is the next one? Name. So I need to enter the name. Name is nothing but Vamshi. And sorry, Vamshi. And second one, I want to use it as another one known as phone number. That is 8125148665. And this is how I created my particular query. And just I want to make it generate this particular thing. Just click on go. Oh, it says that the table Python name does not exist. What does it mean that? Because it says that the first thing you have to make sure, guys, error rangana chala mandi bhayapadtuntaru. Everyone fear when you get an error sheet, my particular program was gone trash. It's not trash. It says that some kind of information which you have provided in a wrong manner. So here I written it as my Python is a database. And dot name does not exist. That means it says that there is no names. It's called as a NAMES, names. So here I need to change it as a name as a names. Just select that and just click on go. Yeah, my particular record was inserted. Now, whatever you are saying, this particular thing, this is what we are going to call it as our query language. This is what we are going to call it as a query language. Now just go to your particular table and check it out. Did you get your record? Yes or no? So we have done manually, and second one we have done query using the query, and third we have to use the GUI application. From there we have to enter some data. Automatically it has to travel from there to in this particular place. It has to display actually. That is our particular task. Yes or no? Yes. So before doing that particular thing, now we people are going to work on. Now we people are going to work on something we call it as queries. Most of the time you people used to select some images which you like the most or a video on the YouTube. Morning 11 we used to browse the videos, right? So when we start a video, snapshot, or you call it as shorts, or you call it as reels, yeah, reels or shorts, whatever you people call. When you select one particular reel, automatically only one particular video used to play, right? At the same time, you people can also use some kind of a query over here. Can you see here? If I want to get one particular record, I need to use it as a selector star. What does it mean by star? All columns. Star, select star from table name. What is the table name? Names. So I'm going to take it as names. Which record I do need actually 1 or 2 or 3. Raj kavala, Vamshi kavala. Raj. So select star from names. I have to use it as in a where name equals to. I have to take it as a Raja or Raj. Let us search it out and just go and click on that. I got my particular record known as a Raj. That means one particular record was shown actually. This is what we are going to call it as a query language. ఎప్పుడైనా కానీ మీరు WhatsApp లో ఒక friend ని select చేసి suppose if you have a messenger, when you're selecting a particular person on the screen, automatically it says that the select query is generated at the background of your particular application. Whenever you're selecting a particular video, automatically the particular query was generated known as a select query. For example, if you're publishing your particular images, how many people have a WhatsApp? Most. Instagram? Oh, one or two. One original, one fake. Only one. Okay. So if you have that particular thing, you people used to publish. I mean, publish in the sense you need to post some images, and you used to chat in WhatsApp, right? That is nothing but an insert query. When you are uploading images, uploading videos, uploading or texting some messages, make friend to gani, girlfriend to gani, you people are texting out. That is nothing but an insert query. When your particular girlfriend sending or boyfriend sending some messages, we call it as a select query. That is what we call it as a delete query. Okay, and when you people posting some kind of an image or a text in the Instagram, a spelling mistake image then you will be modifying, remove image. That is what we people are calling it as an update query. I hope you understood. That insert, select, update. That means in every software industry, without this particular crude operations, that is what we call it as a DML, data manipulation language. Without this particular DML, we people can't create any project in the lifetime. Either you use Java, either you use Python, either you use any particular language, you need to must and should. You have to use crude operations. That is insert, select, update, delete. Without this, we cannot create a particular project. Okay, so let's do them. Tomorrow we do have a Django applications or a small applications of a product e-commerce laga tayar chesi danlo ela edit chestam ela delete chestamo oka web application tayar chesi danni ela host chesi ela access chestamani check cheddam in the tomorrow session. Now I created my particular database enter thing. Now I want to create my particular GUI application now. So let us create some GUI application. So let us go to a particular block over here. Here, let us start coding. Code start them, guys. So before starting the coding, I want to ask a few questions. Can I ask? So how many people till now you have done your mini project by yourself? Yes, it's. Yeah. Now you people, let us see how the people are going to use it as our particular project. A small project will be created, a small sample, and let us see. You people has to create your application today. End of the day, student record morning blueprint ichagada. Blueprint ki database you have to create. As I created my particular blueprint, using this particular blueprint, I have been created my particular database. Now I want to create my particular application over here. To create my application, what is the first things do I required actually? Sorry? Importing the libraries. What are the libraries we do require actually? So HTML, SQL, acha. Next. Any other? No, we are not using, we are using MySQL actually. Okay, let us see. To create a designing part, we require a library known as a TK Inter. So in the morning session also, we have imported a library known as a TK Inter actually. So let us see the TK Inter. How does the TK Inter is going to use actually? Yeah, perfect. That is known as a TK Inter. Now let us see. Let us see from TK Inter import star. What does it mean? It's not a star, it is a asterisk. Mana college was star and it's not a star superstar. We call it as a asterisk symbol, which is used to take all kind of libraries or files actually. So here we are going to take it as from TK Inter. I'm going to import all kind of text boxes, message boxes, drop downs, buttons, colors, images, everything I'm getting from the asterisk symbol. Okay, next one, I want to import TK Inter dot. I want to take it as a message box. I want to take it as a message box as a message box. I want to make it as a message box. Now I want to create a import. I want to take it as an SQL. You do have a lot of things actually. We call it as an SQL connector or MySQL connector. You do have a SQL Lite also, depends upon the requirement. Just you have to use that particular thing. So now I want to use it as an py MySQL. Py, that is py is nothing but Python MySQL. Do remember, py is nothing but Python MySQL. Oh my God, I'm getting an error. What should I do now? That means there was no inbuilt library in our particular project. Now I need to install that particular thing as a traditional way. In the we do have two types. The first type is by clicking over here and install the package. This is a bad practice. Never ever do that. This is a 70% of the work will be done. The rest of the 30% may not work actually in all the times. Never ever do this particular thing. Always you have to follow the traditional way by doing like this. Go to the files and go to the settings. And in the settings, you do have a particular project name, right? So what's your project name is Python workshop, Python interpreter. And when you click on there, I have a plus symbol. That is nothing but installing the package. When I click on the install package, I want to use it as now MySQL or py MySQL. Exactly. So you need to take it as now py MySQL. Sorry. py SQL, I think. Yeah. So I have taken py MySQL. So just click on the install the package. Oh, it's not installing. So we are going to take py MySQL. So I want to take py MySQL and just click on the install the package. Yeah, my package was installed successfully, got installed, and just close this and click on OK. And my error was gone actually. And here my particular package was getting installed in the background. Yeah, my requirements were done as of now. Okay. So now I want to check with some, I have to prepare a design at the first stage. Now I created my libraries and now I need to create this particular design. This is a design that I have to create. So let us create this particular design. So to create this particular design, what are the things I do require? How many text boxes, how many labels? 3 labels, 3 text boxes. How many buttons? 4. So 4 different kind of buttons we do require. So let us start working on this particular thing. So first to creating a label, creating window. Do you want a numbering? Creating windows or window. So to create a window, we do require a TK is one of the class just activated, and I want to place a name known as a root. This is my habit of writing a root. You can write your nicknames also, like whatever you require. And just clicking, I need to fix my particular window size also. Yeah, someone is yeah, please.
Sir, what is the use of message box?
Yeah, yeah, for example, if you're writing some kind of validation purpose, I'm using over here. If we are missing some kind of text boxes, writing some messages, automatically our pop-up window is going to tell that all the fields are required. You are missing some kind of fields actually. So it is like a validation purpose we are using the message box.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. So here we are going to use this particular thing as a root dot geometry. I want to fix the particular size of my particular window. My window size was like approximately, I want to take it as 700 by 500. And over here, I want to take it as root dot title. I want to take the title is nothing but I want to take MySQL and guys, that's up to you people. You can use Oracle, you can use SQL Server, you can use PySQL, SQLite, MySQL, whatever you want. You can use anything. That's up to you people. It's not mandatory to create only one particular thing. Okay. So now I want to take it as MySQL. Like I want to create it as Python crude. So this is my particular title, and just I want to run my particular project and just I want to check it out. Do you get my outputs? We got the output and just it got within a fraction of a second. We need to stop that output to look on my screen actually. So to look on my screen, I have to use it as a main loop and just to make it as an execution process, and you will get to a particular window. This is what we call it as now a particular window has been created. And here we need to add some kind of labels and as well as text boxes. Morning we have provided with the position. What kind of a position we have a user actually? Grid operator. Today, now we people will be using a place. So in Python, people can use three things. One is pack, second one is place, and third one is grid. You can use any one. I actually use a grid at most actually, because which is very compactable and as well as very easy to understand actually. So in this example, we'll be using a place. Now I want to create labels. I'm creating a labels. In this label, I want to create how many labels I do have? 3. So I want to create a variables ID equals to, I want to take a label. In this label, which root, I want to take it as a root, comma, I want to take it as a text equals to, that is enter your ID. Enter your ID. This is what I created. And now I want to add some kind of font and styles actually. So create some fonts here. I want to use it as a font. I want to add this as a font where I want to add it as now bold. So some thickness will be getting for the text actually, comma. I want to use it as a size for that 15. And if you want the color, you can go with the color also. That's up to you people. And over here, I need to use it as an ID dot place. I can use this particular place. So what is the place I have to use? For grid, we are using it as an rows and columns. For place, we will be using as an x-axis and as well as a y-axis. For pack, we will be using as a left side, right side, top, bottom, or middle. We will be using that. Okay. So here I'm going to use it as an x-axis. That is a x equals to 20, comma. I want to take it as a y equals to 90. So let us check it out. How does it look like? Just we'll have a look. So does it look good? Yeah, something thickness. It's good. It looks good actually. Enter your ID. Okay. What is the next one I do have actually? Yeah, we do have a name. Yeah, we are going to take it as a name over here. Equals to, I want to take it as a label. So here I want to take it as a root, comma. I want to take it as a text equals to. I want to provide it as a enter your name. And over here separated with comma, I want to take it as a font, which is going to be bold, separated with comma 15. And the name, I want to take name dot. I want to use it as a place. Where I want to take it as a x-axis, x equals to 20, comma, y equals to, I want to use it as a 45. So every time when you're writing, you need to check the output actually. So just let us check it out over here. You got your particular, enter your ID. Now next. Okay, I think it's got like an up and down actually. Okay, it's like 45. It's like 90. Okay, now what is the next one? What is the next one after the name?
Phone number.
Phone number. We have to enter some kind something known as a phone number. So let me take it as a phone equals to. I want to take it as a label. I want to take it as a root, comma. I want to take it as a text equals to. I want to take it as a enter your phone number. And separated with comma, I want to take it as a font. That is a bold. Separated with comma, I want to take it as a 15. And just to make it as a position, we need to provide that is name dot. I want to take it as a place. Sorry. Okay. Phone dot place. So here I want to add some x equals to. I want to add the data. What is the x value actually? 20. And as well as what is the y value? 1990. Oh, it's too long actually. Really like okay. Let us run and check it out to the output. So it is going to be your ID, your name, and as well as your phone number. So once if it's done, what is the second thing that we have to do in our particular project now? Now we have a created guy. So what is the second one we have to do actually? Text boxes. We have to create the text boxes. So let us create the text boxes. That is creating text boxes creating the text boxes. So to create a text boxes, how many text boxes we do require actually? 2 or 3. So what are those? One is ID and second one is name and phone number. So here we'll be creating some kind of a text boxes actually. The first one we are going to take it as an E underscore ID equals to, and E is nothing but entry. E for entry, where I want to take it as an entry box over here. And a font, I want to take it as a font which I want to apply over here. Font style, that is a bold, separate with comma 15. And I want to take some kind of a background color for this text box. That is BD, background is BG equals to, I want to make it as an pink. Next one, BD, that is a border. I want to take a text box border, little bit thickness, that I want to take it as a 5. And next one, E underscore ID dot, I want to place that particular thing. So I want to place the thing actually. So what is the place actually? How much place? 45. Sorry, I want to, sorry, X equals to, what is the value I have to take? X equals to, let us take 40. Guys, please take X equals to 40. And next one is Y equals to 90. Let us check it out. How does it look like? Where does it place it actually? It plays on one particular screen. It can place actually. So it does not look good actually. So I need to change the position of these particular values. So now tell me, where should I place these particular values actually? Like at which particular position? I think 180, comma, I want to place exactly at 45. And just let's have this here. Where exactly the location was. Is it fixed actually? Yes. Now let us have a look of this particular next one. Sorry, entry. Entry box I have given. You want to be provided as a root. That's not mandatory actually. It depends upon the requirement. As it's a good habit of writing that particular text box, which window it belongs to. To identify that, you can take it as a root actually. That's a good practice of doing that actually. Yeah. E underscore, next one I want to take it as an E underscore name equals to, I want to take it as an entry for this. Same as it is, I want to take it as an entry. Just take this particular thing, copy, and as well as I paste this particular entry. And now I want to take it as an E underscore. I want to take it as a name dot place, where I want to take the values. That is X equals to 180, comma. I want to take it as now Y equals to, what is the value I have to take actually? Oh yeah, 90. Yeah. Next, what is the next one we do have? E underscore. What is the next? Phone number equals to, I want to take it as an entry, where here I want to take it as a root, comma, I want to take it, sorry, like we do have a same thing, right? So copy and E underscore phone dot place, and where I want to create some kind of an X equals to, what is the X value, guys? 180, and as well as Y axis. What is the Y axis actually? 135. So I do have a 135 actually. That is a Y equals to 135. And let us check it out the output. How does it look like? And let's see. How does it look like? Is it okay? Yeah, we got the ID. Whatever you want to enter, you can enter your name, and you require your name, phone number, you can write whatever you require. So I created my particular box. Now, what is the next one we have to create? Sorry, buttons. We need to create something, we call it as buttons actually. So creating buttons. So I want to create some buttons, which is known as like inserting, selecting, update, we can call it as a delete, search, whatever you require, you can create your particular button. So now let's create a button, sir. So the first one, we are going to call it as an insert equals to, I want to create it as a button. So this particular button, in which window it has to go, comma, I want to take it as the next one is text. Sorry. I want to take it as a text over here. That is insert and button, submit and button, add and button. What you want me to place? Insert, okay. insert, comma, I want to take it as a font. That is, I want a font style. If you want a font style also, you can take it as what particular font you want me to add. You have a Segwa UI, you have a italic, you have italic. So italic separate with comma, I want to add 15. And next one, I want to add BG, that is background color. That is nothing but BG equals to red background color. Raj, what is that means? Button color is going to be changed as a red because I cannot add it as a blue. Red and screen మీద బాగుంటుంది కాబట్టి అది యాడ్ చేస్తున్నాను. మీకు ఎవరికైనా కావాలనుకుంటే you can add blue, red color or whatever you color required. But don't add the odd colors. మరి మీరు ఎందుకు యాడ్ చేస్తున్నారు రాజు అంటే స్క్రీన్ మీద కొంచెం బాగుంటుంది అని చెప్పేసి యాడ్ చేస్తున్నాను. So here red. Next one I want to take it as a BD, that is border equals to 5, and I want to take it as the next one is known as FG, foreground color. FG is nothing but foreground color. That means on the button which color it has to look like, white color or else what kind of a color. So I want to take it as a white, separated with comma. Okay, yeah. Now I want to place this particular thing. Can you people tell me what is the position of this particular thing actually? Insert a dot. I want to place this particular thing. I want to add place. In this place, what is the value? That is x equals to, what is the value? 180. Is that 180? X equals to 30, comma y equals to, what would be the value? No, 220. Let me check where exactly it comes. And just make it as an execution part. You will get it as a button like this. So I got the button. Previous morning when I chose chala small button ochindi and there's no graphic on that. At the same time, you don't have any proper coloring look wise kinda baledu. It shouldn't be bagundi anukuntunna nenaithe. Like depends upon your requirement, you can change. Now I want to add another button actually. So what is another button you want to add? You can change the another button. So what is another button? I want to add another button known as delete. So every time you need to make the changes actually delete. And here I want to remove known as a delete. And I want to change the position. What is the position values actually? I want to change the position values. That is 130. Let us see how does it look like. I got the delete button actually. So now I need to add another button. I need to add another button which you have to add like this. What is another one which we do have actually? Edit is nothing but update. Update. So here also I want to make it as an update, and here I want to make the known as an editor to get understand. Yeah, what is the next one we do have? What is the next one, guys? Search. You can use it as a get and bit coach here because the variable names should not confuse. Search. And what is the position values that I have to provide actually? I want to use it as 230, and here I want to add some value known as 350, 280. Shudam. Oops, it's getting like one after the other. Collapse actually. So I have to change the value. So where should I change the values actually? So how much value should I change actually? I want to change it as like 350 and just run this example. And you will get it as your particular windows like this actually. Okay, text it's getting a little bit smaller one actually. Don't mind. So just now a particular screen was completed. What is the next one we have to add that? Now we have to create a particular values actually. So we need to add some kind of a thing known as a list actually. So let us add some kind of a list of items to have a preview. We'll take it as a list. So let us create a list box. So in this list box, I need to create some kind of data I have to add. So let us create list equals to, I want to create it as a list box. I do have a predefined one. And here I want to place in which root separated with comma. I want to take it as a width equals to, that is 100, comma. I want to take it as a height equals to 10. Depends upon your particular requirement. You can take your size of the list box actually. Now I want to take it as a list dot. I want to take it as a place where I want to take x equals to 20, comma, where I want to take it as a y equals to it's like 220, right? So I want to take 300. Okay. Now let us make it as an execution part and let us check it out the output. How does it look like? So the list box was like this here. Whatever the items I add over there, it has to come in the display over in this particular list box. So that is what my particular requirement was. So now just close that. And what is the next step we have to do? Functions or database? Database already we created, and already we created a table. And at the same time, we have added two particular values in that actually. Now, from here, I want to use an insert from the GUI application. In the starting manual ga chesanu. Second time chesetappudu query language I have used it. And now third time when we are working, we need to use it as a GUI application. From the GUI application, I have to insert the data to a particular place. Na particular GUI application nunchi nen data ni enter cheste adi na particular place ki ellali. What is the place? 127.0.0.1, which is we are going to call it as a local host. So if you people can see, this local host is nothing but our particular place. In this place, we have our particular database. Our particular database is nothing but MyPython, and at the same time, table name is names. So in this particular thing, now I have to create it. As if you people have a board or as an apartment, ఒక పర్టికులర్ అపార్ట్మెంట్ ఉందంటే ఆ పర్టికులర్ అపార్ట్మెంట్ ఎక్కడికి వెళ్ళాలి అనేది మీరు ఐడెంటిఫై చేయాలంటే నెంబర్ అనేది ఉండాలి కదా. You should have some number, right? So and so address. So here address is 127.0.0.1, and in which particular building or which particular block, that is nothing but a database, and which particular flat, that is nothing but a table name. I hope you got a difference. So my particular data has to travel all these particular channels, and I need to get over here, and నాకు ఈ పర్టికులర్ టేబుల్ లోకి నేను అక్కడ ఎంటర్ చేస్తే నాకు ఇక్కడికి వచ్చి డేటా అనేది ఇన్సర్ట్ అవ్వాలి. అండ్ ఇక్కడ నేను డిలీట్ చేస్తే అక్కడ కూడా డేటా అనేది డిలీట్ అయిపోవాలి అక్కడ డిలీట్ చేస్తే. సో లెట్ us see how these things are going to happen. Everything can be done in the procedure oriented and as well as the class and the object oriented లో కూడా చేసుకోవచ్చు. ఇప్పుడు మనం చేసేదంతా కూడా procedure oriented programming language, which is not an object oriented language కాదు. We are going to work in a procedure oriented programming language. Procedure oriented అంటే low level language ఏదైతే ఉందో we call it as a procedure oriented. Object oriented is nothing but a high level language which is more secure and more reliable. So now we people are going to start working with the functions. So creating functions. So we are going to create some functions over here. So let us create a function. I think someone has been asking the question like, Raj, there is any other way to fix positions other than doing it by value manually? Yes, we do have a pack actually. Where you do have a pack, automatically it is going to be fixing at the right side, top, bottom, automatically values will be used, but it's not suggestible. Or else you can use it as a grid, or you can go within a place. If you don't like this both, you can use it as a pack. Automatically the values is going to allot automatically by default. The alignment will be taken care by the system, either in the form of center, right, top, bottom, top right, top left, bottom right, or center left, center right, or exactly at the center. So depends upon the pack, we can use that particular thing, guys. That is the answer for the question actually. Yeah. Next one, we do have start writing the functions. How many functions we have to write now? How many functions we have to write? 4. So what are those?
Get to,
We have to use the insert, delete,
update,
search, update, and there is a fifth one known as a select. So automatically మన list box లోకి రావాలంటే total we have to write 4 things. So let us see how does it going to be work the 4 functions actually. So now I want to write the first function to get insert the values. So insert చేయాలంటే మీ అందరూ కూడా చార్టింగ్ చేస్తారు కదా. చార్టింగ్ చేసేటప్పుడు డేటా ఎలా వెళ్తుంది and డేటా ఎలా వస్తుంది అనేది ఒకసారి చెక్ చేద్దాం in our particular application. So over here I want to create a def is a define is a function to create a function. Now I want to create a insert. Now I want to use it as an ID equals to, I'm taking a variable. What kind of a variable? How many types of variables we do have? How many kind of variables we do have in the engineering? Python lo gaani వేరే program lo how many variables we do have? We do have a static. We do have a local variable. We can call it as a global variable. We can call it as a non-local variables, and we can call it as a built-in variables. You do have a different kind of variables in Python. One is variable, local variable, global variable, non-local variable, and as well as a built-in variables. Built-in variables and by default Python installation, when you have done the installation, automatically the particular variables will be coming into a particular system by getting the modules or libraries. So here I'm going to take it as now ID equals to E underscore ID. E underscore ID means that is a EID and the that is a text box. That is nothing but a text box. E underscore name. What is that? Name. That is a text box. E underscore phone. Text box. So we do have a 3 text boxes. So here I'm going to get a E underscore ID dot. I'm going to use it as a get method or a function. ఏం చేస్తుందంటే టెక్స్ట్ బాక్స్ లోపల మనం రాసిన నేమ్ ఐడి ఏవైతే ఉన్నాయో all the particular values are going and saving over here. This is going to be like this. That is ID equals to, it is going to be take it as a double one or whatever it is, whatever you write here. Next one, I'm going to take it as a name equals to, that is known as a local variable, E underscore ID. Raj, why we use a local variable? ఒక ఫంక్షన్ లోపల మీరు రాస్తున్నారంటే we are going to call that particular thing as a local variable. And global variable function బయట మనం అంటే we can call it as a global variable. Non-local variable ఒక ఫంక్షన్ లో రాసి ఇంకొక ఫంక్షన్ లో మనం కాల్ చేస్తే we can call it as a non-local variable. అంటే ఒక గల్లీలో ఉన్న వాళ్ళు ఇంకొక గల్లీకి వెళ్తే we call as a non-local person. Same thing here also, non-local is nothing but one particular variable will be created in one function, and that particular variable is calling it a different kind of a function. We call it as a non-local variables actually. Now I want to take it as a E underscore. I want to take it as a name dot get. I want to use it as a get. Where I want to use this particular get known as a name. Sorry, name equals to ఎలా వస్తుందంటే రాజా అంటే టెక్స్ట్ బాక్స్ లో నేను రాసిన నేమ్ ఏదో వస్తుందో అది వస్తుంది యాక్చువల్ గా. Now next one we do have another one known as a phone number. We do have another one known as a phone underscore number equals to, I want to take it as an E underscore phone dot get. This is nothing but writing some kind of a phone number like this, that is 91039. Yeah, now we have done this particular variables. That means text box లో ఎంటర్ చేసిన వాల్యూస్ ని మనం ఇక్కడ ఈ పర్టికులర్ వేరియబుల్ లోకి గెట్ చేసుకున్నాం యాక్చువల్ గా. ఓకే, దట్ ఈస్ నోన్ యాజ్ అ లోకల్ వేరియబుల్. నౌ someone in recently asked me, Raj, why you are taken as a message box ఇక్కడ ఎందుకు తీసుకున్నావు రాజ్? To make it as a validator. Validation process చేయడానికి తీసుకున్నాను యాక్చువల్ గా. So I am taking a if condition. If అనేది ఎందుకు వాడతాం యాక్చువల్ గా? Why do we use a if? The value which we have given is going to be taken as an automatically, it has to be validate cheyadaniki check chestam actually. So here where people are going to take it as a validator, some kind of thing. Here if ID equals to, that is empty block, or I want to take it as a name equals to empty block, or I want to take it as a phone number which is equals to. So if you're taking everything that you people are okay, here we are getting it's in an assignment. Now it's become a relational. Yeah, now I got an ID అనేది phone నేను ఎంటర్ చేసిన అక్కడ ID name phone number. ఇక్కడ ఉన్న వేరియబుల్స్ ఏవైనా కానీ ఎంటీగా ఉన్నాయి అంటే automatically my particular condition has to identify message box dot show info. You can take it as a show info. That is I have to take it as an insert status. Insert status, that is all fields are required. All fields are required to fill. So now I have been taking this particular message. Now I want to take it as an else block. In this else block, I want to make it as a configuration. Did you people ever heard a word known as configuration? What does it mean by a configuration? Configuration is nothing but we need to configure database connection and as well as in our design. Both the designing and as well as in our database has to be make a connection. For example, if you want a power supply in our particular class, we do have fans. Where this particular connection is coming from? Where does it coming from? Power station. From power station, where it is coming from? From transformers. This particular building has a transformer. This particular, we are going to configure that particular transformer to this particular building. That means the generating whatever the configuration of the power we are taking to this particular room is nothing but linking the wire. And we need to require a wire known as a switching and as well as offing the connection is nothing but configuration. Now I want to make a configure my particular things in my particular room using the configuration like providing the database name and as well as the information I need to provide. So here I want to take it as a CON, that is configuration, that is a PY-MySQL is my particular module dot. I want to make it as a connector. I want to use it as a connector and I want to provide the address. ఇప్పుడు నేను డేటాని సెండ్ చేస్తే ఆ డేటా ఎక్కడికి వెళ్ళాలి, ఏ లొకేషన్ కి వెళ్ళాలి. If I click on that particular button, once it has to travel. Yeah, Mr. Pooja.
Database.
Yeah, database. Base is nothing but a place. That means we do have some place, right? We need to tell to which particular place. That is, we have to write it as host. That means in which particular place. Host is nothing but who is going to take care. That is nothing but local host. Local host separated with comma. Username. What is the user? Username is nothing but a way we have to provide the username of our database. That is root. Separated with comma. I want to take it as a password. You can take anything like password or password, whatever you want, you can take password. I want to make it as an empty, comma. I want to take it as a DB. I want to make this particular DB as a my Python, my underscore Python. So this is where I have created my particular database name and password is, I don't have any kind of password to my particular server. In the database username, passwords and enter chesana, nothing else. So for that particular purpose, if you want to check your particular username, you can check it out. This is the root and your particular local host is your particular name actually. So these are the information that we have provided as a local host and username is a root and as well as a password that is going to be taken as null. We didn't provide any password. And next one is database name. What is the database we do have actually? What is the database? Yeah, it's a my Python is my particular database name. So this is where I provided my particular database. This is known as a configuration. Now, once it is configured, I need to make it as a cursor. I need to make it as a cursor. It's a variable equals to connection dot cursor. What does it mean by cursor? What does it mean by cursor? For example, you people are taking a fan key wire untundi kada, like whatever the wire you do have and by nunchi electricity nunchi meeku wire vachina dani rendinti connection join chestaru. Yes or no? To get a light, you need to configure the two wires, a plug in as well as a switch, right? So to make that particular configuration, we need to make it as a cursor. Similar thing here, we are going to configure the particular database to our particular cursor actually. One particular Python program key, one particular database ni configure chestunam actually. Now we people are configure the things over here, configured, and here I want to execute the cursor dot execute. In the command manual query rasam, insert a table, like we have written some kind of insert into some table name where values. At the same time, here also we are going to write executing the query. Endukante akka database lo execute cheyalemo, oka method untundi, aa method lo manam execute cheyali. Here we are going to take it as an insert into names. I want to take it as a values. I want to take it as a values. In which particular values it has to be taken. That is, I want to take some kind of values over here. That is, sorry, that is ID. I want to take it as an ID. I want to provide an ID separated with comma. I want to take it as an I want to take it as a place. I want to take it as a name. Yeah, next one is I want to take it as another one known as. Here I want to add some names over here. That is phone number. I want to take it as a phone number. Yes, phone number. Next, I want to execute this particular thing. Dot. I want to make it as an execute. That is commit. అంటే నా ప్రోగ్రామ్ అనేది ఇక్కడతో అయిపోయింది అని చెప్తున్నాను యాక్చువల్ గా. రాజ్, ఇప్పుడు చాలా మందికి డౌట్స్ ఉండాలి. రాజ్, ఈ ఐడి అనేది ఎక్కడైతే తీసుకుంటున్నావు రాజ్? ఫ్రమ్ వే యు ఆర్ గెటింగ్ దిస్ ఐడి వాస్ టేకెన్ ఫ్రమ్ హియర్ యాక్చువల్ ఐడి, and here the name was taken from here, this particular variable, local variable, and this phone number was taken from this particular phone number. And now I want to make this particular thing was to insert, that is e_id dot. I want to make this particular thing as delete. Now you people will get a doubt, Raj, why you people are adding this particular thing known as an delete. అంతేనా? ఎందుకు delete యాడ్ చేస్తామని డౌట్ ఏమో ఉందో? ఎందుకంటే టెక్స్ట్ బాక్స్ లో మనం ఏదైతే వాల్యూ అనేది ఎంటర్ చేస్తున్నాం కదా, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ టు ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ దిస్ పర్టికులర్ థింగ్ after submission process, for example if I am entering the value here 8 and Raja, and at the same time phone number that is 970-397 like some number, when I click on the insert, automatically that particular text box has to be removed. Actually our text boxes, whatever the values which we have entered has to get deleted after inserting into the database. It has to be empty. So for that particular purpose we are going to take it as deleting that particular text box. Next one is e_name dot delete, where you need to use 0. 0 is nothing but indexing number, that is from the starting number to the ending of that particular characters, everything has to get deleted. Now end. Now e_name or phone number, it's a 4 dot. I want to take it as delete, that is 0 comma. I want to use it as end. I want to use it as an end. Just I have completed my execution part. Now I need to use this particular message box. I want to use it as message box dot show info, that is insert the status. Successfully or unsuccessfully. Record inserted successfully. Now I want to take it as na connection dot close. Raj, ఎందుకు క్లోజ్ అనేది పెడుతున్నాము అంటే మన క్లాస్ అంతా అయిపోయిన తర్వాత ప్రొజెక్టర్ లైట్స్ అన్ని ఆఫ్ చేసి వెళ్ళిపోతాం కదా. సిమిలర్లీ ఇక్కడ కూడా వర్క్ అయిపోయిన తర్వాత మన కనెక్షన్ అనేది డిస్కనెక్ట్ అయిపోవాలి యాక్చువల్ గా ఆఫ్టర్ కంప్లీషన్ ఆఫ్ వర్క్. సో జస్ట్ లెట్స్ చెక్ ఇట్ అవుట్ whether how does it work. Sorry, so here I want, sorry, check them ఒకసారి అసలు వాల్యూస్ ఇన్సర్ట్ అవుతున్నాయా లేదా. Now I want to take it as a 9 and as well as I want to take some value, and here phone number I want to enter some kind of a phone number. Just click on the insert. Is it happening? No, because we need to call a function. ఎందుకంటే ఫంక్షన్ పిలవకుండా వెళ్ళరు కదా, వెళ్తారు మీరు అందరూ. Now we are going to call this particular function. So here also I need to call this particular function. So take this particular function and take this particular value and call to this particular button actually. So take this particular button separated with comma. I want to take it as a command equals to, just I want to provide it as an insert. So once if I get inserted, just now make it as an execution part. And now let us call this particular value, that is 3 Swati, and the phone number, just I want to provide some phone number over here and just get inserted. Oh, it says that some connection column count does not match value count at row 1. It says that whatever you have entered is not matching to some kind of value actually. Whatever you have entered the values. Okay, so let us see what does it not match. We have to check it out. Insert into the columns that names value. Okay, because it says that ఎందుకు ఎర్రర్ వచ్చింది అంటే ఇక్కడ మనకున్న కాలమ్స్ ఎన్ని అంటే లైక్ ఇఫ్ యూ కెన్ చెక్ ద స్ట్రక్చర్ ఓవర్ హియర్ యూ డూ హ్యావ్ 4 columns and automatically it is not taking this particular column over here actually. So I want to just drop this particular column as of now. Yes, let me execute once again, run the file and let me check. So when I click on that, it says that all fields are required. ఎందుకు ఇందాక మెసేజ్ బాక్స్ ఎందుకు తీసుకున్నారు అంటే దిస్ ఇస్ వై ఐ హావ్ టేకెన్ అ మెసేజ్ బాక్స్ బికాస్ ఇఫ్ యూ డోంట్ ఫిల్ దిస్ ఇట్ సేస్ that some message box has been populated. That is one, and I want to take some name. I want to provide 12 name known as an and phone number that I want to enter some name and just click on that. It says that what does it says that record inserted successfully. Let's go to our database and let's refresh this particular thing and let's check it out. Do I get my particular number over here? I got it here. Now again I want to enter then value. If I want to take it now. It's my doggy name. The phone number is 8151486665. Just click on the insert and I got that fully. And if I want to enter the ID over here, just I want to enter the ID and I want to enter the name as something known as an Ram, and I want to enter the phone number. I didn't enter the phone number, just I want to click insert. It says that all fields are required to fill. That means it's not going to submit the data. If you want to submit the data, you need to fill the phone number. Just provide the phone number and just click on insert. Okay, the record I just check it out. Your particular data has been coming over here. So this is how that a particular database from your particular mobiles, from your systems, when people are adding or sending some messages, automatically every data goes and insert into a particular database. And do remember, when getting some kind of data from your particular WhatsApp or Instagram, the data is not going to get deleted. Actually, it is stored at some XYZ place known as a triggering some kind of a values use chesi where store. Don't think that data going to never think that. So let us see now how we people are going to use this delete functionality now.
How to delete, sir?
Yeah, that's what we are doing next. Actually, we are going to delete the data now. Actually, so let us see how we people are going to delete the data. So let us create some kind of data over here. Actually, so here we are going to create deleting some data from database. Deleting data from database actually. So let us see how we people are going to delete a data. So how should we delete? You do have in your particular mobiles a delete option. Daily night use chestam anukuntanu. I hope so. Yeah, please. Pooja.
Based on ID.
Yeah, based upon the ID. Perfect, Pooja. Based upon the ID only, we are going to delete that particular thing. If you don't use ID, automatically entire table is going to get deleted, all the columns. Yeah, that's perfect. So now we are going to use this particular database now. From the database, we need to record one particular data. So let us see that. Guys, please. So now we are going to take it as a def is a function where we have to create every time for every particular button, we need to create a different functions. So that is nothing but a delete. I'm going to use it as a delete and just delete function. In this, I need to make the same kind of a configuration I have to use. If I'm going to delete that particular thing, if you want to delete one message, will you select one message or all messages? All messages. So you need to do with one particular message has to delete and you need to choose that particular ID. So you need to choose that particular ID over here. So if ed, where I want to take it as if ed, that is ID dot getter, I'm going to use it as a getter, which is equals to some kind of value which I'm going to write over here. Suppose, for example, if I'm writing if ID, which ID has to be get deleted, I have to use that particular ID over here, and I need to use it as a message box dot show info. Show info, that is delete status, comma. I have to use I need to provide ID is deleted successfully. ID is compulsory. Deleting the data. For deleting the data. That is my particular message. Else, ఒకవేళ డేటా అనేది ఎంప్టీగా ఉంటే ఆ విధంగా రావాలి. ఒకవేళ డేటా అనేది ఫిల్ అయితే ఆటోమేటికలీ డేటా అనేది డిలీట్ అయిపోవాలి. ఫర్ దట్ పర్పస్ I have to use a con and cursor. Same connection will be given in every particular functions. So I'm going to just copy and paste that particular configuration. That is py, that is module name dot connector, which particular location and which particular username, and as well as a password, and as well as now which particular database I'm going to delete that particular file. I need to mention. Now I need to use it as a cursor dot execute, and here I need to provide some message. Query has to be executed. That is a delete query. Delete from names where ID equals to. I want to provide some ID over here. I need to provide some ID. That is e underscore ID dot get. I need to get this particular ID actually. So I need to get e underscore ID. Yeah. Here, let me make this box actually. E underscore ID. Okay, I'm getting some error. I'm sorry, like we made mistake. Yeah, here I need to provide. Yeah. Now let us see. Now we are going to create. We are getting that particular ID over here. So to get that particular ID, e underscore ID dot. I need to get that particular value from here. Once if it gets over here, execute cheyalante ఏ particular message delete cheyalo ఆ particular ID అనేది నేను enter చేయాలి actually గా. So here I need to use it as na cursor dot execute, where it gets is a commit. I need to use it as na commit. Next I need to use it as na ID ని నేను enter చేసిన తర్వాత ఆ particular message box లో మొత్తం డేటా అంతా పోవాలి. So e underscore ID dot delete 0 comma. I need to use it as na end. So same thing, right? So I want to use the same thing over here. Just want to take e underscore ID. Because if we do have any spaces or anything else in next to text boxes, it gets vanished actually. So next one I want to take message box dot show info, where I need to take it as na delete status comma. I need to use it as na data deleted. ఇది మాత్రం చెప్తారు కదా, deleted successfully. Deleted successfully. Now I want to make this particular thing as an con, that is connection dot close. I want to make it my connection has to be closed. So let us check it out. Whether our data is how many columns I do have, how many rows I do have actually. 5. And which one you want me to delete? 12th one. Na parent target chesara. Okay. So let me choose that particular thing. So here I want to take delete function, guys. Work out na delete mari. Actually, we need to call the function. So every time when you have created a function, you need to call the function to the button. So copy this and call to the function over here. So here delete separated with comma, command, that is delete. And just to make it as an execution over here, and just you need to take over here delete option. What it says, ID is compulsory to get deleted. So as per the request, they want to delete the 12 and just click on the 12. Data deleted successfully. So that means we have to go here and we need to refresh this particular page and just check it out. The 12 record has been get deleted. Now again, I want to delete Vamshi. So I want to delete the Vamshi known as 2 and just get a delete on that. The delete has been done. And just go here and just record, refresh the page. Automatically record 2 is going to be deleted. So we are done with the 2 particular queries. One is insert, second one is delete. And we do require next one is known as an what is the next one that we have to do? Sorry, update. So let us start working with an mention it as an update. So let us start working with update. What does it mean by update? Do you people always change your particular WhatsApp status or names? Yes or no? So similarly, the thing is here on the same idea, update is nothing but the memory location is not going to create a new memory. On the same memory, automatically new values are going to be added. So let us see how we people are going to create that particular update. So what is the query for update actually? What is the query for update? Update, just update. From Yeah, let's see. Table name, we have to choose. Yeah, we need to create a function that is update. And over here, I want to take, I have to update all the items. So I need to take it as an ID equals to, I want to take the ID equals to e underscore ID dot get. And next one is, sorry, the smaller one, no? Yeah. Name, where I want to take it as an e underscore name dot get. Next one is phone number. I want to take e under, sorry. I want to take it as a phone number underscore number equals to, I want to take phone number dot e dot get. That means e is nothing but entry from the text box. What are the values I do have? That particular values I need to get over here, and over here I need to take it as an if, where I need to take it as an ID equals to automatically here if the value is empty, or I want to take it as a name if it's going to be an empty, and next one is, or I want to take some other value which is going to take it as a phone number which is equals to, that is empty. What are the values are empty? Automatically my message box has to get into the picture actually. That is message box dot show error. I want to show, take it as a different thing, show error. That is nothing but update status. Update status separated with comma. I want to use another one known as all fields are required to fill. So else part, else I want to provide here configuration part. So every time the configuration is going to be the same. So let me take the configuration over here. So I want to take the configuration every time, and here I want to make it as my cursor dot execute because we cannot we have to perform, our query has to be executed dynamically. So I need to take it as an update query. So what is the query? Update names, that is nothing but a table name, that is a set where I want to take it as a name equals to, what should I place the name actually? నేను ఏ టేబుల్ లో అయితే నేను ఏ పేరు రాస్తానో ఆ పర్టికులర్ నేమ్ ఇట్ హ్యాస్ టు గెట్ రీప్లేస్ ఓవర్ హియర్. సో ఐ నీడ్ టు ప్లేస్ దట్ పర్టికులర్ నేమ్. సారీ, yeah, here I need to write the name, that is name separated with comma. I want to take it as now phone number, phone underscore number equals to, it has to be placed like here I need to enter the values, that is phone number underscore number and separated with comma. What is the next one I do have? That's it? No, we cannot delete exactly for ID name and change because it's an auto which is an auto increment primary key kabatti. Where I want to take some kind of value, that is where ID equals to, I want to create where ID equals to, what is the ID that I have to take actually? Name. Which ID I want to make a modification or which ID I want to make changes. I want to take that particular ID over here. That is an plus. I want to take it as an ID. I want to take it as an ID. And just let us make it as an execution process over here. That is cursor dot, I want to make it as an execute. I want to make it as someone. Data is present. We have edit, right? Yes. Pooja has been asked one question, guys. She said that Raj, if data is present, we have edit, right? That means if we have that particular data only, we can edit it. If we don't have that particular data, we cannot make it as an update or edit, whatever it is saying. Only if you have that particular record or a data, then only we people can change or we can make a modification, or else we cannot change the things, Pooja. Yeah. Next one, let us see here. Now the execution process was done actually here. That is commit. Next one is, I want to use it as all the data that which I want to place after the execution. I need to delete all the things actually. So I want to make delete all the things. And here I want to make a changes, that is some kind of changes I want to make, that is show message box dot. I want to show info. I want to take this as show info. That is the update status. That is the title. And over here, I want to provide it as now data is updated successfully. Updated successfully. And just I want to make my particular connection has to be closed. That is con dot close. And just to make it as an execution over here. And just check it out. And let us take the ID. Which record you want me to update, guys? Oh, there is your target of my baby. Okay, the 4. Yeah, what should I mention? Sorry. Okay, I want to change it as now my baby. And just to change the phone number or whatever you want, you can change that. And just click on the editor. It happens. No. What should I do? I need to call the function. So function ki pilav ever go rar kabatti idu kuda raadu. So you need to call this particular update to the particular button. So check for the particular button, separate it with comma, and we'll take it as a command where update. Automatically my particular piece of code is going to be executed. So I want to change the ID 4. On that 4, I want to change my baby. And next one, phone number, I want to give some number. And just click on the editor. Automatically data is updated successfully, and just go to your particular database and refresh the page and check it out. Automatically my particular data was updated over here, and I want to change my particular data over here. Actually, that is the ID number, right? So in the first ID, I want to make it as na Rajashekar, and I want to change the phone number. There is some number, random number, and just to make it as na editor. Automatically it says the data is updated successfully. And just go to your particular database and refresh the page. You got it as now Rajashekar. So this is how the particular working process has been done, known as inserting. Next one is deleting and updating. So do you want a break now? So let's take a break for 10 minutes, guys. And we do have 2 particular functions to complete. And after that, we can wind up the session. Okay. So we do have a few other things to discuss. Next program. So let us take like 10 to 15 minutes break and we'll get back to the class. Okay. Yeah. We'll catch up at 3:45. Okay. Yeah. Online members, do you have any other doubts? Online members.
So once explain about cursor.
Yeah, sure. Once the class has been begin, cursor is nothing, guys. It's like configuring, joining the database connection, and as well as the programmatical part, we are going to make it as a configuration. It's like joining the 2 things actually to pass the data from one particular location to another location. We are using a cursor actually. So without that particular cursor, the execution of the query is not going to be happen actually. So for that particular purpose, we are using a cursor. So I will let you know for everyone once if the candidate is back, I'll explain the cursor once again. Okay.
So we can give another name instead of cursor or CON.
No, cursor is a predefined method actually. CON is nothing but a connection actually. You're talking about the connection is a variable name, but cursor, when you are calling it as a cursor, is a method which acts as a binding the configuration database name, database details, and as well as a program which we are executing in our particular program, right? Like a query, whatever executing in the program query, that will be sent to the database actually. It is like an interaction from database to the programmatical part. You have to use it as a cursor as a method. I will show you now. Okay, Sam? I think Arun, I hope so. Oh, Sam, yeah, fine. Yeah. What are the queries that we have completed? Insert and delete and update. And we have left a few other things actually. What are those? Search and as well as search and select, both the same. I think so. I'm sure. Search list and that is select list. It's not search, select list. And we need to get some kind of a search from that actually. So let us see. So let us see how we people are going to do the same kind of things actually. So there are the two other functions that we have to perform. So the first one is update we have done. And now let us start working with, sorry. Yeah, thanks for reminding. Yeah, cursor. So most of the people do have a doubt regarding the cursor actually. Am I right? అదేంటో నాకు తెలిసి అర్థం కాలేదు అనుకుంటా. I hope so. Did you people understood that regarding the cursor or not? Cursor అనేది అర్థమైందా అర్థం కాలేదా? అర్థం కాలేదు. Yeah. So now we people have a small description regarding the cursor actually. A cursor is nothing but cursor and meaning ఏంటంటే we have to join two particular things actually. Normally we have to join two particular wires, right? So for example, you do require some kind of power in your particular room, and you need to get some kind of power from the transformer. You need to make a join of two particular wires to your meter and as well as a transformer. We call that particular thing as a cursor. If we fan nadavali ante switchboard ki meeku rendu connections kavali, yes or no? So that is nothing but cursing or joining the two things actually. At the same time, here, the cursor is nothing but we people are going to join this particular connection. If you see, this particular connection is nothing but a database connection that we have created. That is nothing but con.cursor is nothing but connection in database connection. We are going to add it as a cursor. And here cursor.execute is nothing but we people are going to execute this particular command in the cursor mode. This particular cursor is going to take care this variable known as cursor. In this particular location, this particular query is going to be executed. For that particular purpose, we are going to make this particular connection basically. So that is where we have a use of this particular connection. So connection is nothing but we people has to configure the things actually. Configuring is nothing but database and as well as a programmatical part of both has to be configured. So దాని కోసం అని చెప్పేసి మనం కర్సర్ అనేది యూజ్ చేస్తాం యాక్చువల్ గా. ఏ పర్టికులర్ డేటాబేస్ లో ఏ పర్టికులర్ లొకేషన్ లో ఏ పర్టికులర్ టేబుల్ లో ఆ పర్టికులర్ క్వైరీ అనేది ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ కావాలి అని చెప్పేది కర్సర్ యాక్చువల్లీ. సో యూజింగ్ దిస్ పర్టికులర్ కర్సర్ we are going to execute some kind of a query. So for that particular purpose only we are going to use a cursor. So next we'll jump into the next one known as select. So selective, what does it mean by a select actually, and why we have to use it as a selector? For example, do you people you people do check your results, right? How do you check? Are you go for website or you will go for desktop application, or where do you people check your website? So by going to your one of the website, we people are going to enter some hall ticket number, or you are going to enter your phone number. Your name, are you going to enter your name then? Why?
ID.
Exactly, which is known as a unique ID actually. That means I need to enter the roll number is a unique ID. If you have allotted that particular roll number, automatically that roll number was not allotted to the XYZ particular person. So you people has to do as of today task is nothing but by giving a search box, you have to insert all the roll numbers and as well as the information into the database. And whenever I'm going to enter your particular hall ticket number by clicking on a search, automatically I need to get the all details of the particular student or employee, whatever it is. So for that particular purpose, we are going to define, that is we are going to get to some kind of an information. Get is nothing but one of the function name. I have taken some kind of a function name over here. Now over here, I want to write it as if e underscore id dot get. That means I need to get some kind of an ID over here in the if condition, which is equals to empty. You should not get any record. ఒకవేళ ఎంటీగా పెట్టేసి నేను రికార్డ్ ని సెర్చ్ చేయాలంటే నాకు, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇఫ్ యువర్ వాంట్ టు సెర్చ్ యువర్ రిజల్ట్, ఇఫ్ యూ డోంట్ ప్రొవైడ్ యువర్ హాల్ టికెట్ నంబర్, వాట్ ఈస్ ద మెసేజ్ యూ విల్ గెట్? Please enter the hall ticket number. Similarly, here also it is going to get it as a message box dot show info. That is nothing but fetch status separated with comma. I need to take it as ID is compulsory. ID is compulsory for searching records. Now, else if it's not happened, then I need to use my particular connection over here, like cursor connection. That means I need to configure the database over here. Every time I need to configure the database. So over here, I need to provide it as a cursor dot execute. So in the execute, I need to select it as a selector star from names where ID equals to where I want to take some kind of an ID over here, that is E underscore ID dot get. I'm going to use it as E underscore ID dot get. That means I'm going to get that ID. From this particular ID, I need to make my execution process actually. That is a total number of rows equals to cursor dot. I want to take it as now fetching all. You want one record, you record all records. You want to fetch all the records from the database or a table. I want to fetch all the records. From that records, I need to choose any one actually. So I want to use it as a for. So you have had a loop statement known as a for actually. If in a winner a for loop, while loop. So why do we use a for actually? To iterate the things. Everything about database values, all the values from the database, I need to take the values and I need to segregate as per the sequence. For row in rows, E underscore name dot insert. I want to take it as an insert 0, 0 is the indexing value, and as well as a row of 1. I want to provide row of 1. I hope you know indexing and as well as a slicing. Indexing is a positive indexing and as well as a negative indexing. Here we are using a positive indexing. That means from the starting of the character, it has to start in a particular text box. E underscore phone number dot. I want to insert where do you want to get insert actually? That is 0, row. I want to take it as a rows or row. That is 2. So in this particular row 2, I need to get the phone number. Raj, most of the people, I think last benches has got a doubt. Raj, what is meant by a row number 1 and as well as a row number 2 actually? That is your doubt, I hope so, most probably. The doubt is nothing but in the database, the indexing value is ID value is 0, and here the name indexing value is 1, and at the same time the phone number, the index value is 2 actually. So it is going to be taken as an ID value is 0 and the name is 1, and as well as a phone number 2. That means whenever I'm entering in the text box 4th record, automatically it is going to fetch the 4th record of indexing value of name, that is 4th, that is my baby, and at the same time number, that is 9843743. That is the value which is going to fetch from our database actually. So this is nothing but indexing. I hope you have a subject known as indexing. Positive and as well as a negative you do have actually. And negative indexing is a -1, -2, and as well as a -3. So now I want to add some kind of values over here. And now I want to close the connection. That is con. I want to take it as not con. That is nothing but connection dot close. I want to close the connection. And just I want to call this particular function get and use this particular button known as a get over here, separated with comma, command, and just use it as a get. And just make it as an execution process. And I want to get the result. So which record you want me to get actually? A record get cheyali 1. So if you want to get the record number 1, just enter the 1 and just click on search. Automatically my details was getting. So if I required a 4, okay. If I think 2 is not there in my particular database. So I do have a 4. So enter the 4 and just click on that. Automatically my results, the results in the sense you can also perform the same action for the student results also. You can save all the subjects which I provide in the morning section. I give an assignment, right? In that assignment, you have a 5 subject or 6 subject. Total and average will be saved in one particular place. Whenever you want to search based upon the roll number, just enter your roll number, just provide the roll number and fetch the data over here like this. Automatically your details will be getting. Yeah, please. Because here we are not clearing the things actually, because we not use it as a delete option actually. We need to use it as a delete option dot zero. Whenever I'm performing that action, automatically all the values has to get delete actually. So that we have to add. So for that particular purpose, it will be generated. So that is how we are using as an getter. That means searching the some kind of values. Now the last one we do have is nothing but filling the list boxes. What are all the details that I want to perform here? All the details has to be performed in the list box, one after the other actually. So how can we do that? So let us do that particular thing also. So let us do that. Here we'll be getting all the values. What is the next one we have to generate? List box. Over in the list box, I need to select all kind of items has to be shown. All the values has to be shown. Whatever all the data I do have in my database, it has to show. So I want to take it as a DEF. That is a show. That is a CON connection. I want to provide some connection over here. Connection and as well as a cursor. And over here I want to provide a cursor dot execute. I want to execute my query, that is a select star from which table names. And over here I want to take it as rows equals to, I want to use it as cursor dot, I want to make it as fetching all records from the database. From the record, I have to get all the values from my particular database to here actually. So now once if it's getting over here, I need to take it as list. List is nothing but which I created in my particular database at the last. I have created one of the variable known as a list, which is going to hold a list box. In that particular list box, my items has to be inserted. So I need to take it as list dot. I want to make it as delete. If I do have any kind of temporary items or previous items, I have to delete all the particular things. So I need to use it as delete from 0, that is starting to list of the size. How much big the list is, automatically it has to take the last of the size. From the last of the size, it has to get delete all the values. Now I need to fetch the rows. That means iterate from the database. That is from row in rows. Row in rows. Now I want to take it as insert data equals to, where I want to take it as one of the variable known as insert data equals to, where should I insert? That is I have to insert in the string format, not in the integer format. I need to insert that particular everything in the form of a string format. That is a string where I want to take it as a row of 0 is nothing but a record number 1 or 2, whatever it is. That is a serial number I want to take out. Now I want to close this particular string. Just I want to close this particular string, plus I want to make it as now concatenate. Okay, row. Okay, I have taken a two iterators. Okay, row and as well as the rows. Now I want to add some more value where I need to work by some space. str string, where I want to take it as a row of 1, where I want to take another value, the plus. I need to add some other value which is known as a string, that is row of 2. Row of 2. Oh, it says, yep, row of 2. So let me open the string over here, enter things actually. Okay, fine. Yeah, next one is I need to insert into the list dot insert. List dot insert. This is a major crucial part. That is the list dot. I want to take it as a size. I want to take the list size. What are the list size? I have to take it as an extra 1 line, because when I want to scroll down, there should be a value has to be displayed. So for that particular purpose, I'm going to add a one particular value. Next one is I want to insert the data just by clicking the insert the data and close connection dot close. So the connection has to close once if the function has to be done, and call this particular show box over here. And just to go to where should I place the button? I should call the function, right? So where should I call? I should call the function exactly near the list actually by calling it as a show, because we don't have any button over there. So just to make it as an execution part and just check it out, you will get your particular all the data. So this is what we are going to call it as a list of items. And you can make some kind of a graphics, a font size increasing, and as well as the coloring also you can make. So this is how the particular data is coming from our particular database. So this is how the data is going to be displayed. And if I want to delete or making some kind of a data, what it says. That means I want to enter the ID. Which ID you want? 343. Okay. So I take it as a 343 and click on the delete. Automatically the data was got deleted and it was not refreshing as of now. And just close and make it as an execution part. You will get your particular data was updated. So previous data will be gone. And if you want to enter any other names, like you can enter the names known as 33 and as well provide the name known as an QT and as well as a phone number, some name that you can provide. And just by clicking on the insert, automatically my reports are going to get insert actually. So just make it as an execute and refresh the page and just check it out. Your particular values are going to be added. So all the items or databases that you people are working on your particular web applications or results, marks, charting that you people are doing on online or hosting your particular images, everything will be saved in the same format actually. Table in the database, it is going to store all the items. And do you have any other doubts in this particular small application? Please let me know, guys. Your online members, if you have any other doubts or anything else, please let me know. Till now, which whatever we have created till now. So could you please let me know if you have any other doubts? Yeah, please tell me. Nothing? Yeah. Online members, do you have any doubt? Please let me know. Nothing? Yeah. Anyone? Nothing else? Yeah. So this is what we have created as of today, a small application. And in the tomorrow session, we people are going to create using a web application known as Django. So using the Django web frame, we people will be creating some CRUD operations and as well as creating some e-commerce kind of applications will be created in the tomorrow session. If possible, we'll be working on the charting application, like how the charting applications goes on, like creating. So small application will be created in the tomorrow session. If you have any other doubts or queries, please let me know, guys. If not, we can wind up the session as of today. Any other doubts?
Will you show the whole code now?
Yeah, sure. So,
What is zero?
yeah, Pooja, please.
What is zero meaning in 18, 19, 20, those lines?
18, 19, 20, where exactly you are talking about last one, right? Regarding?
Yeah, those lines.
This is the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is nothing but guys, please. This is nothing but an indexing value actually. Indexing value is nothing but, for example, if you have this particular value 0, right? The computer is going to identify the particular values like this. For example, if you're taking some kind of a name or else ID, you have an ID, for example, you do have ID known as some number, hall ticket number or something else. And my particular name is Raj Shekhar. And as well as once if it has to take an end, this meaning is nothing but in this particular text box, EID is nothing but an entry text box. From the first value, computer is going to take this particular value known as 0. And till how much values it has to get deleted is nothing but from 0 to 0 is 8 and 3 is 1, 7 is 2 and 4 is 3. Automatically from the starting position to ending position, the values has to get deleted. So for that particular purpose, we have provided a known as a 0, which is known as an indexing value. Got it? Yeah.
Yeah, got it. Thank you, sir.
Yep. And there was another person known as Sam. So Sam, can you please let me know question like you have raised like real time example, or I don't know exactly. Could you please speak?
Yeah, it's a real-time example.
Sorry, I didn't get you, Sam.
Real-time example where it is used.
Which one? Which one you were talking about?
About this course, sir.
Acha, this course you are talking about?
We have written the code, no, sir. Real-time example. Any?
This particular code you are talking about?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, this can be used in every project. Yeah, like you can create any mini project or anywhere else. You can use this particular entire code actually for creating a student reports, employee reports. For example, if you want to make it as a billing, you want to enter the details of the particular billing, you can take this particular piece of code also. So that depends upon your wish actually, I mean, which project you are working on. Exactly, you can use this particular same code for charting application also, for writing some messages and dropping. Just the way of implementation is a little bit different. And the next, did you got it, Sam?
Sir, got it.
Yeah. So Mr. Raju, yeah. So you have a posted a message like every function why you write the EID. Yeah, EID is nothing but it's nothing but text box ID actually. From every text box we need to get some kind of values actually. EID is nothing but we have a designed over here. If you can see in the last of the design, we have provided a EID is nothing but a text box, which is a variable name, and E name is a text box, and E phone number is a text box. Text box. So then you people can use that, and you can you have to fetch all the data, or else you need to show the data. I am using that particular text boxes to display or to insert some kind of value. So for that purpose, I'm taking E underscore ID. Is that clear, Mr. Raju? Yeah, I'll be explaining the list box function, guys. So there is another person known as Lata. So Lata, you say that Raj, can you please copy the code in chat box? So acha, okay. This is a good idea actually. That's good. I think the message is showing your message is too long. Please try. I think my team member will call you back and they will send you Miss Lata. So you can take the code from our team members. If you require, you can call to the team members. Okay. Yeah, Pooja. Is this a Flask framework? It is a Flask framework. You're talking about like Pooja, I didn't get you like what you are speaking. It is a GUI application actually, which we have used. Not we didn't use any framework. Tomorrow we will be using a framework known as a Django for the web application.
Okay, then Flask is used for which thing?
So same, Flask and Django will be the same actually, but the companies were different. Flask is also used for the web framework actually.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Pooja.
Or I can find the recording of this session, sir.
Yeah, you can call to the number which you get it, right? Like you have a Swati number, you can call her. Yeah, she will send you all the details actually, like video and as well as a source code, whatever you require. And tomorrow also we do have a session, right? After completion of the session, everything will be zipped to you actually, to the mails. I think everyone was registered, right? Automatically we'll get a mails for that, the code part. And there is a next person who dropped a message is Sudan M. You can explain me the list box functions. Yeah, sure. Sudan, give me some time. After queries are completed, then I will explain you. Okay. Yeah, fine. So is any other doubts, guys, from anyone? Yeah. So let us see here the list box actually, list box function. Here, if you are looking at the list box function, we have created a list design, right? In this particular list design, people are going to create some kind of code for generating actually. That is nothing but DEF and as well as the show. That is configuration was done for this particular function. And cursor is nothing but to execute my particular query every time. In this particular database and as well as in this particular database, I want to execute my particular query. So in this particular database, in this particular location, I want to execute this particular query actually. For that particular purpose, I have taken a cursor, and here I have used rows equals to rows dot fetch all. Now you can take it as a cursor dot fetch all. You can take that particular thing known as a fetching all is a method actually. That means I have to fetch all the records from my particular database. So if you can see over here, you do have all the data. So if you can see the data in my particular database, automatically whatever all the data I do have in my particular database, automatically all that particular data was getting from here actually. All the details which I'm getting has to fetch all. So after using this particular fetch all, I'm going to use the data I have to align the data in a proper format. This is nothing but gathering all the bulk data from the database. So I'm going to take it as a bulk data from the database, and from that particular database, I'm going to take it as a list.delete is nothing but where I'm using some kind of a delete method to delete existing code which I do have in my list actually. After that, I want to arrange bulk data into my particular project in a proper format, one after the other. As if you can see over here, as if you people can see over here, one second. So as you people can see over here, the bulk data that which I'm getting now, everything has to be properly, I have to arrange in a proper manner actually, one after the other actually here. So once the data has been arranged properly, it's done. So here I one after the other. So for that particular purpose, I'm using rows in rows, inserted data equals one of the variable I've taken, and I created some kind of a data in a proper format. That is nothing but a row of 0, which is nothing but a column over here. I have taken ID, and at the same time, I have taken it as a string row of known as names. And at the same time, I have taken known as a string of rows, which I'm going to take it as a phone numbers actually. So I have taken ID, name, and as well as a phone number. So I want to arrange the data into the proper format. So I have taken like in a string format in this particular format. Now, entire this particular format was storing in one particular variable known as a insert data. Now I want to list data. In this particular list is nothing but one of the variable which I created here for the list box. In this particular list, I want to insert the data actually. So I want to insert the list dot insert. Insert is nothing but it's a method where directly all the data will be inserted. And here list dot size. This is not mandatory actually. This is not the mandatory. This is the only the one particular thing that we are going to work because when I want to add multiple data actually, for example, for showing you people, for example, if I want to add bulk of data, for example, if you can see one, some data that I want to add, that is insert. Okay, one is already existed actually. So insert, the data was inserted successfully, and I want to enter the data and first name known as Raja and phone number that I want to enter. So some number, insert, report inserted successfully, and some data that I want to enter, and the name that I want to take, some number, and just insert. And whenever entering all the data, at the last, my particular data should not cover with the design actually. My data should not cover with my design, inserted. And just to let us re-execute the program once, stop and run. Yes. Once if it's getting over here, right? The last record has to be shown extra field to view our particular data. It should not get the down, completely down. For that purpose, I have a user +1 actually. That is not the mandatory field. That is a list dot size 1 actually. And I have been inserted in this particular list. I have been inserted table. This is the format that I have been inserting, which is I have fetched the data from database, right? The database, whatever the data which I'm fetching from my particular table, that thing I'm getting inserting over here using the variable name and just closing the particular close. And I'm going to call this particular function known as show, and just I'm calling that particular thing known as calling a function known as a show function. So automatically all the data will be shown in my particular list box. So that is how this particular list box is going to be working actually. And in the same manner of list box, you do have a tree view also. So automatically the tree view can also be used alternatively. So yeah, information regarding project. Yeah, thank you guys. Yeah, thank you, Raju. And Ms. Mohammed asks if tomorrow can you explain about the Django framework, because we don't have any idea about the Django framework. Yeah, tomorrow we do have a Django framework. Actually, in the Django framework, I will be explaining you a lot of the information on that. Actually, we do have a lot of information, like how do we create a project on the Django and web application, how to create a database, and how we people can configure, and how we people can do the transfer of the data that we people can use in the tomorrow session. And we people can design the web application tomorrow, like how can we use a bootstrap by not coding the things using a third-party libraries. How can we use all these particular things tomorrow session? We can do the things, guys. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Mr. Asif has been asking me a question, says that, Raj, can you give me the explanation how to install the PyMySQL package? Yeah, we can install two ways, Mr. Asif. The first one is nothing but an PyMySQL directly. If you're writing, you don't have a package. There is a traditional way of installing from here also, actually, when you get an error, but that is not the right way to do that. So if you want to do the PyMySQL package installation, you need to go to the files and go to the settings part. When you click on the settings part, you do have a project name. In the project, you do have a Python interpreter. In the Python interpreter, just click on the plus, which is known as adding the packages. So just click on that particular package and just type it as PyMySQL. Just if you type it as PyMySQL and just click on the install, automatically your particular library will get installed, Mr. Asif. So I hope you got this thing now. Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you so much for attending the session. And tomorrow session we'll start working with web application, web designing, database, and as well as Python programming. How that Python programming will be integrated in the into the Django, and as well as in a web application. We'll have a look into the tomorrow session.